How you doing? This is Rich from Rich TV Live, and our Telegram groups have just been popping off with message after message after message. Everybody's talking about cryptocurrency. Everybody wants to talk about stocks. And here we are in the summertime, and usually in the summertime, people are taking vacations. People are excited about other things other than the stock market, but the stock market has taken over everybody's imagination right now. I mean, it's taken over everybody's imagination between the cryptocurrencies and the cannabis stocks right now. It's just nuts. It's absolutely nuts. It's hard to keep track of it. I'm not going to lie to you guys. It's just hard to keep track of everything that's happening right now. Like group chats are popping off, pics are popping off, cryptocurrency stocks are going bonkers. Bitcoin's popping off. Bitcoin's going bonkers. People are making oodles and oodles and oodles of money on Bitcoin and Bitcoin stocks. And even some cannabis stocks are making moves quietly, secretly making moves when nobody's paying attention. So it's crazy, man. Absolutely crazy. This is actually reminding me of 2017. I remember in 2017 when cryptos exploded and I first got into cryptos and how it just kind of took over my life because they trade 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. They never stop trading. So because of that, it was very new, it was very exciting to me. It was highly volatile and it was exciting, to set up accounts, learn about cryptocurrencies, learn about trading them, learning about setting up, different exchanges, learning about transferring cryptocurrencies to other people, receiving payments in cryptocurrencies, sending payments in cryptocurrencies. It was an exciting run. It was absolutely an exciting run. And this reminds me of that. 2017 and 2019 are almost a mirror image because it was the summer of 2017 when cryptocurrency really became mainstream and everybody was talking about crypto. Well, guess what? Go on YouTube right now and just type in Bitcoin and you'll see the amount of videos being posted about cryptocurrency. It's crazy. It's nuts. Everybody's talking about crypto. But what a lot of people are not paying attention to are cryptocurrency stocks. Cryptocurrency stocks have been making a crazy move, and a lot of people are not paying attention to them. I'm going to write down some stocks here that you need to take a look at. Those are just four cryptocurrency stocks that have been highly volatile and going up and down. Now, GBTC was my number one pick for July 2019. It was my number 7 pick for June 2019. It had a crazy run in the last month. It went from $9 to $17. If Bitcoin continues this run, this epic run, expect GBTC also to have an epic run. Now, ETHE, that is the Ethereum Grayscale Trust stock. This stock went from 300 to 600, back down to 100, back up today to 500, and then it went back down to 100. It's crazy. What's going on, Rob Massive 1212? Yeah, it's going bananas, man. The markets are going absolutely bananas. There's no doubt about it. So obviously we're live and we're going to talk about it because that's just what we do. Yo, what's up, Duarte? How you doing, man? Markets are going absolutely bonkers. I'm going to talk to you guys about the cryptocurrency market. So Bitcoin right now is at $12,600. Ethereum is at $333. Ripple is at 46 cents. Bitcoin Cash is at 480. Litecoin, which happens to be the number one cryptocurrency in 2019, up about 360%, is at $131. EOS is at $667. Binance is at $35. Bitcoin SV is at $211. Tether is at 99 cents, almost $1. and Cardone is just under 10 cents. That's the top 10 cryptos in the world. Bitcoin is up 9.89% in the last 24 hours. Everybody wants to call me when I'm live. Hello? Yo, I'm just live right now, man. Okay, buddy. Peace. How you doing, Jessica? Do I think NVDA can take advantage of this Bitcoin rally? Anyone that can take advantage of this Bitcoin rally will. Anyone that can take advantage of this Bitcoin rally will. That's just the way the markets go. Everybody tries to take advantage of everything they can take advantage of. So that's what's going on with Bitcoin. Now, cannabis stocks, Aleafia Health, back from the dead today. Aleafia Health up 26%. Aleafia Health up 26%. They had a nice day today. Big day for Aleafia Health today. And what else? Let's see. Harvest One Cannabis up 18%. So while cryptocurrency is exploding, while cryptocurrency stocks were exploding, cannabis stocks were also having a nice day. The cannabis stocks in Canada were green today. Okay. Let's see. NDVA was up 17% today. NDVA up 17%. So there's some nice moves, man. There's some nice moves today. Raven Quest Biomed was up 9%. Weekend Unlimited is up 9%, which is under the symbol POT. Gene is up 8%. The Flower Corporation, after raising $125 million yesterday and tanking 20%, was up 8% today. That's a good sign for the Flower Corporation. MYM Nutraceuticals, a CBD company, was up 8% today. WeedMD was up 5% today. So we're seeing a lot. National Access Cannabis, Meta, up 5% today. A lot of green today. Aurora Cannabis up over $10 again, up 1.8% today after I called them a buy yesterday at $9. They're up over $10 again today. Chronos Group was down slightly. Tilray was up a little. Afria was up a little. Hexo was down slightly. Organigram was up a little. T-God was up a little. CanTrust was down a little. So like a mixed bag. Canopy Rivers up 3%. Supreme Cannabis up 4.6%. Oxley up 4%. Balance Growworks up a little. Emerald Health Therapeutics down a little. TerraSend up 4%. Huge down 2%. Heritage Cannabis down a little. So the markets are up and down. Let's take a look at some of these Bitcoin stocks. BTCS. So BTCS was up 64% today at 52 cents. BTCS Inc., which is a Bitcoin related stock, at 52 cents, up 64% today and traded 2.2 million shares. That's BTCS. There's also BTSC, Bitcoin Services Inc. This is a really cheap one. This one's at like 5 cents. They had a nice run today, up 61%, and up again aftermarket slightly. So they're at about 5.7, just under 6 cents, up 61%. But look at the volume. Traded 82 million shares in volume. 82 million shares in volume. These crypto stocks are absolutely on fire. Oh, Duarte, you bought some Suniva today. Good move, man. I love Suniva at these prices. Rob says, hey, Rich, which beaten down cannabis stocks you see a sneak attack resurrection coming soon on? Oh, man. I see it coming on lots, bro. Like, do you see what's happening with crypto? That's going to happen with cannabis stocks. Just a matter of time. Hexo, CanTrust, CWeb, TrueLeave, Acreage, Tilray, Canopy Growth, Aurora Cannabis, Afria, Zenabis, Saniva, T-God, they all going higher. Alethea, they all going to go higher. Absolutely no doubt in my mind. Duarte says, I tried to buy some CanTrust today at 650, but it didn't fill. I would say try tomorrow. You probably pick up some tomorrow. What was the ticker again? For which one? What do I think about Namaste? I think Namaste has a future. I think that these prices are low for Namaste. But Namaste is in no man's land, guys. I've said this to you guys before. When these cannabis stocks get under $1, it's very sketchy. Very few of them go under $1 and come back out. So you can see what happened with Alethea. They got close to $1. They got scared and they shot back up. They don't want to get under $1. I call being under $1 no man's land. Once you get under that range, it's very difficult to get back out. So I would be very careful with any cannabis stocks under $1. That's my own opinion. I mean, obviously you can make money with anything. I mean, a lot of these stocks under $1 today did well. But how much did they go down before they did a dead cat bounce? They all came down dramatically before they came up. So I would be very, very careful before I position myself in any of those stocks. Let's see. Ethereum Classic stock. The Ethereum Classic stock, ETCG. Let's see how they finished today. There's so many, man. There's so many. And if there's any stocks I need to look at today, guys, that are cannabis stocks or crypto stocks that had big days today or bad days today, please let me know. So Ethereum Classic stock, ETCG, up 28%. ETCG up 28%. So there's a lot of volatility right now in this sector. AUSA is under $1, but great. You know, I like AUSA, but they do fall under the same category. You know, once these companies get under $1, it becomes very, very risky, very, very dangerous. So just be careful. Just be careful. You picked up some Ianthus today. Good move. I really like Ianthus. I live streamed an investor conference. Ianthus was speaking there. I mean, they're just enormous. You guys can go and see the live stream. They're just absolutely enormous, like over 60,000 patients, hundreds of dispensaries, partnerships, 74 million, I think, in revenue so far in 2019. I mean, the numbers just keep growing and growing and growing. So I really like Ianthus. I think they have a great future, but like all cannabis stocks, very few of them are actually making any money. So be careful. Here's another one I just learned about today, Riot. These guys are on the NASDAQ. It's another cryptocurrency stock. They're on the NASDAQ, and they were up 14% today. And I learned about it in our group chat. I think it was Harvey that gave me that pick. Thank you, Harvey, for the pick. Riot blockchain up 14% at $3.79, and the chart looks wonderful. It's up 44% in the last week alone. Riot. All right, let me look at all my stocks and see what else is popping and what's moving today. Let's see here. Wow, look at this one. CSTR, Crypto Star, up 54% today. I'm telling you, all the crypto stocks are going bonkers, okay? Absolutely going bonkers. Yeah, I don't know, man. I wouldn't be buying BTC at 12 or 13,000. I wouldn't touch it. I mean, anyone who's advising people to buy crypto and Bitcoin at 12 or 13,000 is nuts. I ain't telling anybody to buy Bitcoin at 12 or 13,000. That's just absolutely crazy advice. Scott Norris says, took the dive into crypto today, Dash at 22, sold Agra at 47 the other day. So like you said, under $1, hard for it to climb. Yeah, you're smart, man. And look, Agra went down today. People are selling their stocks and they're buying crypto. There's no doubt about it. That's where the momentum is. So that's what everybody's going to do. Look at, no. Indiva had a nice day today. NDVA, monster day today in the cannabis sector. Flower up 8%. They had a nice day. MoneyGram, MGI, up 16%. Now remember, MoneyGram is working with Ripple. MoneyGram is working with Ripple. So obviously, cryptocurrency goes up, MoneyGram goes up. So keep your eye on MoneyGram. So MoneyGram was up 12%. After market, they're up 16%. So keep your eye on MoneyGram tomorrow. They're going up after market. Woo! Northern Dynasty Minerals. NDM. This is a mining stock. Up 27%. It's funny because I was talking to people in our community about Northern Dynasty Minerals. I'm actually working with them to get on our show to do a video, an interview. And I was told that they were going to explode. Bam, up 27%. It was at 57 cents when I was listening and I was hearing about it. It's now at 78 cents. Oh my goodness. I get all these picks, man, and I just didn't pull the trigger. Didn't pull the trigger. Hurts. Hurts. What else is popping today, guys? Anything else? Oh, Beyond Meat was up 7% today. That's nice. It's nice to see Beyond Meat showing strength. What else? What else was up today? Let's see. Anything else that you guys are watching that had a big move today? Joe Namaste says, hi, Rich. ACB and T-God are the next to explode. You heard it here first. You know, I don't doubt you for a second. I don't doubt you for a second. That's very possible. Oh, another one of my picks. My number 9 pick for July 2019, Fiore Gold. Up 10% today. Guys, gold right now is hot. Fiore Gold could be a huge winner. Huge, huge, huge winner. Put it on your radar. Put it on your watch list. Let's see what else. What else? ELTK. ELTK up 13% today. What do I think of Westleaf? You know, I need to research them more to give you a real synopsis on what I think about them, but I've been hearing some good things. Dash up 15% today. And I was talking to everyone about Dash in our community when it was around 14 cents. It's now at 22 cents. Just got to, find the trends, guys. The trend is your friend. Don't go against the trend. Go with the trend, not against the trend. Spliff up 10% in America. EAT is the symbol in Canada. They had a nice day today. They are in the edibles business. EAT, or SPLIF, up 10% today. I will get to DPW 514 Savage. Thank you for the pick. DPW, I'll add them. I'm just going through my entire watch list right here. Just want to see if I miss anything that I haven't talked about. DPW, let me just add that. DPW. DPW Holdings up 121%. Wow. Whoa. Crazy run. Up 154% in the last week for DPW on the Amex. Thank you for the pick. DPW Holdings. Joe Namaste says, hey, Rich, my partners in Europe all claim that silver will spike higher than gold we're going to see $50 an ounce again. Higher than gold? I don't see how that's even possible. Lisa Nassif asks, what's your opinion about MaryMed? I've always liked MaryMed. I think they have a lot of potential. I like them. What else? Oh, percentage-wise. Okay, that makes more sense, Joe. Yeah, percentage-wise, that's definitely very possible because gold's already at, 1,400. It's not going to jump 100% and go to 3,000. So, yeah, I think that makes sense. I could definitely see silver jumping more than gold. MYGN up 16%. MYGN. Yeah, if there's any picks that you guys want me to look at, just give me the pick and I'll add it to my portfolio and we'll watch it. And if I ever see it up again. Myriad Genetics up 16%. Yeah, that's a nice move at $26 on the NASDAQ. Thank you for your pick. I really appreciate it. 514 Savage. Joe Namaste says chemistry is a strong buy at 32 cents. Yeah, I mean, it might be, but like I said with these companies, guys, once they get under $1 range, just be careful. QEP. Everything will have a bottom eventually. You just don't want to get stuck buying these smaller companies. QEP up 16% on the New York Stock Exchange. Thank you for your pick, 514 Savage. PEC was up 38% today. PEC. They've been having a nice week. I see here that they're down 4% for PEC. I don't know if you're seeing something different. So crypto stocks are hot. Cannabis stocks had a nice day. Overall, they were slightly green. I remember 2017 like it was yesterday, guys. And in 2017, the cannabis stocks exploded and the cryptocurrency stocks exploded going into the fall, and it was nuts. And the summer of 2017, crypto was all everybody was talking about until the crash. And then literally it went from everybody talking about it to nobody talking about it because everybody got hurt. And now it's a resurrection again, and everybody's coming out of the woodworks, and everybody's talking about it again, and everybody's excited about it again. So you got to ask yourself, do you jump on the bandwagon now? Is it too late? Do you wait for the next consolidation to position yourself? Or do you think that cryptocurrency just keeps going higher? Like we've seen with cannabis stocks, they go up, they come down. They go up, they come down. So will we see the same thing with crypto? I believe we will. I truly believe we will. I'm not here to say that crypto is going to go down today. We might see it go back up to 20, maybe 21, 22, maybe even higher. It might break all-time highs. But will it stay up there? I just find it highly unlikely. I just feel like there's too much manipulation. I think there's too many short traders out there that are dying and starving to short Bitcoin. And there's too many whales that were probably loading up at 2,000, 3,000. And if they have the chance to sell at 20,000, it's too much to pass up. Think about it. You're making almost 10 times your money. So why wouldn't you sell? Take it down, let it go back down, buy it again, take it back up. Once everybody starts buying it at those crazy levels, you sell it again, take it down. It's just a game, guys. It's a game of manipulation. I kind of find it funny when I see guys on YouTube trying to talk like they know where it's going. Nobody knows where it's going. Only the elite, the guys that are holding all the real amount of Bitcoin, there's only 17 million in circulation, just under 18 million in circulation. The guys that are holding those coins, the millions and millions of Bitcoin, they're the ones that determine where the price goes. Because if they want to take it down, they can take her down. If they want to take it up, they can buy it up. Scott Norris says, Rich, 300 short of 10,000 shares of Zenabis for my long hold, waiting for one more big dip. Whoa. Congratulations, Scott. You're killing it, bro. You're going to kill it on Zenabis, bro. Joe Namaste says, Rich, I love your pick. ACB was on the fence till you mentioned them. I did my research and due diligence, and you're bang on. I'm in at 970. Hey, great entry, buddy. Great entry. I think long-term, you can't really lose on that position. XSPA, George Placenia, XSPA up 157% today. Huge day for them. Thank you for your pick, George. Miss C says, XRP will reign supreme. BTC is a store of value only. It has no use case. Drop gold. Crypto is the future. I think that's a little bit harsh. I think BTC does have a lot of use. It is the #1 cryptocurrency in the world. It is the coin that every other coin is measured against. Typically, people will buy Bitcoin first, then they will buy altcoins. When the market crashes, everybody sells altcoins and they buy Bitcoin. Bitcoin has a lot of value because it is the biggest cryptocurrency in the world. It's the most known cryptocurrency in the world. It's the most recognized cryptocurrency in the world. It's the most traded cryptocurrency in the world. And it's the most used cryptocurrency in the world. So I believe it actually has more use than any other cryptocurrency right now. Now, could that change with Ripple potentially and XRapid potentially getting into Swift code and having all the banks in the world eventually take on Ripple for Swift code transactions, which will be cheaper and faster? That could change things for sure. I don't see it happening overnight though. Then we have to consider the Libra token that's going to be the Libra coin that's going to be implemented by Facebook in 2020. We've got Visa and MasterCard that want to use the Libra coin. We've got PayPal that wants to use the Libra coin. We got Uber that wants to use the Libra coin. We got Lyft that wants to use the Libra coin. And Facebook, who has billions of users, is going to use the Libra coin. So think about the potential of the Libra coin. That could dwarf most, if not all, cryptocurrencies. So stay tuned for that. XRP, the standard. Oh, you know what? The Federal Reserve Bank is really behind XRP, so they definitely agree with your synopsis. BTC will soar and XCP will eventually kick its butt in the final analysis. Well, you can't really compare it. I mean, Ripple is at 46 cents. Bitcoin's at 12,000. You're comparing two completely different types of investments, really. You're talking about a penny play versus something that's trading at 13,000 a coin. It's two completely different investments, really. Scott Norris says, no crash, saving for a Mediterranean river cruise. Oh, buddy, you're going to do good. Lisan Nassif says, Rich, do you think any dilution with Xena? Well, I mean, they just raised $25 million and the stock went from $2.25 to $1.40. So there's already been some dilution, but the reality is Zenabis needs to raise another $50 million. So I believe there will be more dilution. Thank you guys for your likes. I appreciate you guys. Your thoughts on Astralis Capital? I like Astralis Capital. I think it's got huge potential, but they're now under $1. So just be careful. You know, once you get under that dollar range, man, it's a whole different ball game, you know? Typically, when they get under $1, they come back up. They're at 94 cents. I think they will come back over $1. This is probably a very good buying opportunity, but you just never truly know with these stocks. So just be careful. I never like to tell you guys when to buy or sell. But typically, when you look at AUSA, every time it goes under $1, it bounces back. It's been very resilient. I haven't really seen it go too much under $1. I think it's gone down to maybe 80 cents or 70 cents temporarily, and then it shot back over $1, then came back down. It's gone to $1.10, $1.20 multiple times, and then came back down under $1. So every time it's under $1, in my opinion, it's a buy. Now, I'm not here to tell you to buy it. It's not what I'm here to do. I'm just saying, as an investor, I think under $1 is a buy. Since Illinois legalized Astralis Capital. Yeah, Illinois is legalizing, I believe it's the 11th state in America now to be legal, I think it's good for Australis Capital. Absolutely. How could it not be? I think it's good for all the cannabis stocks in America. Scott Norris says, so that Libra coin, do you have to invest in Facebook when it comes out or just the coin? Nobody knows yet. They haven't really given it out to the public yet to invest. I'm hoping that users of Facebook are able to invest. I think that would be pretty cool. And I know if that does come, I will invest in it. 100%. I'll invest in it. Because I was one of the early investors in Facebook, and that was very good. I just believe in the company. Not necessarily do I like the way they do business. I don't like the fact that they sold our information at all. I don't like that at all. But as a business itself, it's been very successful, and they are making so much money. Facebook is making so much money. And this Libra coin is going to help them make even more. Hey, Rich, your take on BMMJ, BAM, rumors they're uplisting soon. That's hard to believe. Uplisting in Canada? I don't see them uplisting in America. You know, I'm going to be honest with you. I went through BAM's financials for hours. I was not impressed. I just see going concern, going concern, going concern, going concern, going concern, going concern, going concerns everywhere. Bad investments, just not looking good for BAM. Their financials are terrible. Go through their financials and you'll see what I'm talking about. It's like a nightmare. I'm not touching BAM. Manny says, cannabis boom starting August, in my opinion. Yeah, I think it might even start sooner. I think we're seeing signs of it already starting. Thank you guys for the likes, by the way. I appreciate you guys. I think we see signs of it already starting. You're seeing little glimpses of sneak attacks, and I think it's, you know, we've seen the bottom, guys. I mean, these are good companies that have hit some serious bottoms recently. At some point, they're going to go back up, and we're seeing sneak attacks, and I think we continue to. ESV up 11%, 52-week high, $38. Thank you for sharing. Yeah, I think that the cannabis stocks are going to have a huge resurrection, similar to what we see in crypto. I think the key right now is really to just position yourself in the best cannabis stocks at the lowest prices. You know, when people ask me, Rich, what are the best stocks to buy? I'm going to tell you guys right now. Invest in the top 10 revenue generating cannabis stocks. They don't make money. None of them do. Invest in the top 10 quarterly sales cannabis stocks in Canada and the top 10 quarterly sales cannabis stocks in America. Invest in the top 10 cryptocurrency. You give yourself the best chance to succeed. Oh, yeah. MedMan is making a nice move. We saw MedMan down to what? 250? Now they're all the way back to 320. So MedMan, it was one of my top picks for June 2000. Anyone who's watching my video, it was one of my top picks for June 2019. It hasn't disappointed, having a big June, finishing strong. And I believe that MedMan just keeps going higher. I mean, it's ridiculously low. Have I heard news on IMT? Not recently, but I will have them on my show again soon. And I'd love to just keep having them on our show because I believe precious metals at some point are going to have to turn around because gold is starting to pick up. So resource companies at some point are going to have to do well. We've seen cannabis stocks go up and down. We've seen cryptocurrency have big runs. But over the last 10 years, we really haven't seen the precious metals have an epic run. So you got to anticipate at some point they're going to do well. Joshua says 250 was a steal. Oh, yeah, 250 for MedMan, one of the largest multi-state operators in America. Yeah, dirt cheap. Ecop Poo says that whole thing with Coinbase going offline was done on purpose to take our profits. It's not the first time Coinbase has gone offline. I mean, one thing you'll learn about crypto if you're in the crypto game is Coinbase goes offline all the time. all the exchanges go offline all the time. So I don't think it's anything to be too concerned about. Did they do it to take your profits, to take your money? Who knows? I don't know. I'm not going to speculate on that. Thank you, Rob, for telling the people to smash that like, man. I appreciate it. 19 likes, guys. Appreciate you guys, man. You guys are the bomb. Hab Slayer. Hey, Rich, did you invest in Slack yet? No, I didn't. I like Slack. I just want to watch it. I'm spending a lot of time watching BNN Bloomberg. I'm spending a lot of time watching Jim Cramer and watching the experts talk about these companies that are trading at these ridiculous multiples. And it's just giving me concern to jump in. I'm just going to be patient and sit on the sidelines and just wait for my price. Manny, thoughts on MYM? Initially I liked MYM Nutraceuticals. They did really well. I thought that they had huge potential. They're in the CBD space. But then, like all these stocks under $1, they just tanked. They got crushed. So I'm a little bit more concerned about them right now. I don't want to get people caught up and talk about something that is going to get people stuck. So it's not my first priority to talk about that stock. But yeah, I think they have a future. DS says, hey, Rich, lots of recession talk. In your opinion, how do you see the marijuana sector react in a market crash, considering they're already at a bottom? I anticipate the cannabis stocks are going to go back up. We've got edibles coming. We've got marijuana legalizing in America coming. We've got new states legalizing. Seems like every month. We just had Illinois legalize. I see it coming up. I see it coming up. What goes down will come up, and what goes up will come down. So I believe right now is the time to look at the best cannabis stocks and position yourself at the bottom. Look at their 52-week lows. If you see a company like MedMen and they're trading at a 52-week low and you buy it, sit back and enjoy the ride, man. Because people that bought at 250, they're selling now and they're making money. What do I think about NBEV? I'm going to be honest with you. NBEV is not my favorite. I don't know. It's not my favorite. It's not. So it's not something I've ever been interested in. It's nothing I've ever bought. It's one of these old school OTC stocks that became a cannabis stock and CBD player. I don't trust it. I don't know. I just don't trust it. It's not my favorite. NBEV is in China? Well, now I definitely don't trust it. Anything that's in China, I don't trust it. I have nothing against China. I just don't have a good track record investing in Chinese stocks. Never have and never will, because they just are very volatile and a lot of corruption, because China is very far away from America, and it's difficult for people to go all the way to China and do their due diligence and do their research on these companies. And when they have done it, their findings have been outright scary. People go to China and they see these companies that supposedly have hundreds of employees, and they go there and there's like 3 employees. Yeah, stuff like that. I don't have patience for it. Hey, Rich, what do you think about Pivot? Asks Roy. I like Pivot. Pivot is a CBD company. They've got huge potential. I brought Pivot to our community first when it was at 19 cents. They went as high as just under 50. I think they're around 39, 40 cents right now. I think if you can get Pivot as low as possible, I think they have a great future. I really do. I like Pivot. I like them a lot. But like anything, it's all about your entry, right? I can like a stock and it can go down. So the key is just buying dips, buying the bottoms, selling the tops, buying the red, selling the green, buying the red, selling the green, and just training your brain to think the opposite of the sheep. And what I mean by sheep are people buy things when they're up. You need to buy them when they're down. If you buy when they're down, you give yourself a chance to win. If you buy stocks when they're up, you give yourself a very good chance to lose. So If you're looking to make money, now is actually the best time to buy cannabis stocks. Ramdat says, my biggest holding is Ianthus. Couldn't resist at this price. If you guys go to www.richtvlive.com and you type in the symbols, sometimes the symbol won't just pop up. So you got to write in the name like Ianthus, and then you'll find the symbol. If you go on analyst, you can actually see analyst estimates. You can see short positions. You can actually go, we've got about 12 different buttons on just company information that I made that way so that it can be easy for you guys to do your research. Take a look at the analyst estimates on the companies that you're looking to buy before you buy them. Take a look at their short interest. Take a look at their share structure. Take a look at their news. Take a look at the institutional buying. If they have no institutions buying it, then you know that it's got really no institutions involved. So do a lot of research before you can get involved in these companies. But I really like Ianthus. I think Ianthus is definitely pretty low. And I think the future is very bright for Ianthus. I think the future is bright for Hexo, Ianthus, Aurora, Afria, Canopy Growth, TrueLeaf, Curaleaf, CWeb, Acreage, Zenibus, T-God, Saniva, Alifia. I just mentioned 15 companies for you guys, man. Roy asks, is shrimp a good pick? You know, it's funny. Shrimp had a crazy run. They were a very good pick. But like anything, eventually it ran out of steam. It was up like thousands of percent. So now it's all the way down to 12 cents. Up 6% today. I mean, this thing went all the way up to almost 80 cents. And now it's down to 12. So, yeah, I could be finding a floor here, but I don't know, man. It's shrimp. So I don't know. Like, what do you think? You think it's a good pick? You gonna buy shrimp? I don't know, man. It might be. And there's so many opportunities out there. Why are you gonna buy shrimp? I mean, it's up to you. I'm not telling you not to buy it, but you know, I don't know. I think there's better opportunities out there than shrimp. But who knows? Scott Norris, thoughts if Canadian companies don't go down to the US, will they still do good? Particularly when edibles US is the place to be? It's a good question. I think we've already seen that all the bigger companies are starting to grow internationally. I think they realize that Canada is making it very difficult. The regulators, Health Canada is making it very difficult. So we've already seen Vivo has come out and complained about Health Canada regulations and how it's making it difficult for them. I mean, it's kind of funny. Like, why are you coming out and complaining? Everybody's dealing with the same problem. Deal with it. Stop being a bunch of whiners and complainers. And that's why the stock's going down. People are just selling, saying, okay, well, these guys are complaining. Meanwhile, other companies are just going elsewhere. They're going to the US. They're going to Mexico. They're going to Portugal. They're going to Poland. They're going to Germany. You know, you see these companies are growing internationally. They're going to Australia. That's the game, man. You can't complain about Health Canada. Like, Health Canada is going to do what they're going to do. Complaining ain't going to solve nothing. So don't complain. Do something about it. Get into America. Grow internationally. That's one of the reasons why I like Zenibus. They're already growing internationally, and they're going to continue to. So I think if a company is in Canada and they say they're only in Canada, that's a mistake. If a company's in Canada and they're interested in growing internationally, those are the companies that I have interest in. Roy says, I'm doing good on GBTC. Thanks for this stock. Hey, my pleasure, bro. Anything I can do to help the people, man. Ramdat says, I will keep adding till 2020. Yeah, you know what? Not a bad idea. I think Ianthus is going to have a big run, and I won't be surprised, Ramdat, to see Ianthus back over $10. I won't even be surprised. In fact, I would be surprised if it doesn't go back to $10. Why Uba says, can we get a headshot? You know, I'll be honest with you. I'm not going to be playing any more music anymore. If you guys want to go and see the music, you can just go to Rich TV Live playlist of Ill Kid, and you can hear all our songs there. We're going to keep it professional here. Antonio Cortez says, hey, Rich, big day for Alifia Health. hope it can gain some steam. Yeah, I think it was a dead cat bounce. I think a lot of these companies are starting to realize they can't go under $1. I saw them inching to $1 and I was getting really worried. So luckily and thankfully, the management did something and they popped it up. I personally think that's what happened. I didn't see any news to determine why. I mean, I guess there was an article that said that Alifia and MedMen were two of the biggest opportunities to invest in. I guess that's the reason why we're seeing MedMen and Alifia jump. But other than that, I didn't see any news that came out of Alifia that was dramatic, that was a catalyst for this. So I think this is just them making sure that the stock doesn't go out under $1. Because like I told you, that dollar range, that's like no man's land. Once it gets under $1, man, beware, man. Thank you guys for the likes. I really appreciate you guys. You guys are amazing. Really, really appreciate you guys. Why Uba says Alifia appears to be a short cover as converted debt deal closes tomorrow. Yeah, it's possible. I mean, short's got to cover at some point. Rob Massive says, Roy, that shrimp play was a beast. Yes. But do you think it goes again? Or do you think it's run out of steam? I don't know. It might. I mean, there's so many stocks right now. It's hard to keep track of everything. It's crazy. Rich, you love warrants. Alifia warrants should start trading tomorrow. I like warrants. Yeah. Alifia warrants will probably be really hot tomorrow. Thank you for sharing that, Why Uba. Roy says, I know. I saw it play out live. Yeah, shrimp. It had a crazy run. Don't get me wrong. Like thousands of percent. It's nuts. Suryan Warrior Moa says, hi from Switzerland. Alifia Group Holdings, Althea Group Holdings, AGH, am up 160%. Afria owns 25%. Nice. Good job there. Nick Haghini says, Rich, Tilray in 6 months prediction versus ACB. I really like Tilray. I think Tilray at some point goes to $100. Do they stay there? Probably not. But I think on hype alone, when the next resurrection comes, we see Tilray go up to 70, 80, $100. But then when the crash comes again, because that's the way this market goes, I see it maybe coming back down to 30, 40, $50 again. How do I compare it to Aurora? I love Aurora. I own Aurora. I've always owned Aurora. I'll always own Aurora. I'll always have holdings of Aurora. I see Aurora going way higher. I think anyone who knows, I've been talking about Aurora for 2.5 years, man. I mean, I've always liked that company. I think they have a huge future. I think they've got enormous upside. I think the share price is ridiculously low in comparison to its peers. And I think they got incredible upside. What's the negative with Aurora? Too much dilution. Using their shares to acquire their growth. However, it's working. They're becoming one of the biggest players in the world. So I think long-term Aurora is going to be astronomically huge. Why Uba says, it was a short cover in my opinion. The stock sold off aggressively on the converted deal. Also, don't forget the offering comes with warrants that will start trading tomorrow. Yeah, so it'll be interesting to see how they do tomorrow. Roy says, an estimated 3 million tons of shrimp entered the international trade in 2018. Yeah, I mean, like I said, shrimp has done good, but it looks like it's finding a floor. I mean, it might run to 20 cents, maybe even goes higher. I don't know. It's still up 485% in the last year, so it's up a lot. Where it goes from here, I don't honestly know. But, it's on my watch list. It's on my radar. We'll see. Ramdad is saying, imagine the Tilray bag holders at 300. Yeah. I mean, this is why you don't chase stocks, guys. You buy them at the bottoms. Be patient and buy 52-week lows. Invest in the best. The best are blessed. Good companies, the best companies are resilient and they will go up. Thank you guys for the additional likes. Good companies are resilient and they will go up. So if you invest in a good company and it's down and it's at a 52-week low, that's your opportunity, man. That's your opportunity. So I've been waiting for this all year, and I'm going to go in deep, and I'm going to go in deep soon, and I'm going to let you guys know what I do, and I'm going to go big, and I'm going to get a lot of positions. So just been waiting for the bottom. Typically July is just as bad, sometimes worse than June. So I'll be holding on and waiting to position myself in the best companies at the lowest prices. And do you want to know my top 3 right now that I'm going to pick up? I want more Zenabis. I want Radiant Technologies. I actually want Aleafia. I wanted it under $1. I want AUSA under $1. If they're still around those prices, I'll buy them too. Probably at least 10,000 shares of each. But the ones that I really want to position myself in right now, the big ones are Aurora, Afria, Canopy Growth. The big 3. I'm just going to position myself in all 3 of those again and get ready for the next run, and I'm going to be doing it soon. Hab Slayer says, is the fear in the market causing Bitcoin and gold to go up in value? Yes. Typically, when the market goes down, you're going to see Bitcoin and gold go up. Now, what that means is when the market starts to go back up again, we're going to see Bitcoin go down. We're going to see gold go down. So that's why I think you need to be very careful with Bitcoin. I wouldn't be buying Bitcoin at 12 or 13,000. I will never, for the record, I will never buy one freaking Bitcoin for 10, 12, 13,000. Now, $2,000, $3,000, great price. Anyone that got in at 2, 3 grand, congratulations. Genius. 10 grand, 12 grand, 13 grand for one Bitcoin, it's okay. I'll let the sheep buy those prices. I ain't touching it. I'd rather buy GBTC all day long at 17 bucks before I buy one Bitcoin for 13 grand. No, it's okay. Why Uba says the warrants are exercisable at 155 for 36 months. Okay, that gives us a little bit of upside, but not much. What's the price of them? What's the price of them when they come out? Joshua Bora says, what's your thoughts on Australia's Capital? I like Australia's Capital. I think that something big is coming for Australia's Capital, something very big. And the word on the street is that they are going to explode. So this might be the last buying opportunity or one of the last buying opportunities before it does. But you never know. You know, sometimes people have a word on the street and it doesn't necessarily happen. So we'll see. Gopa32 says, what's with the ETHE stock? Seems like a quick lick hit for some mega gains. Yeah, if you can buy it at 100 and sell it at 500, it's doing that every day. ETHE is the Ethereum Grayscale Trust stock. It goes from 100 to 500, back to 100, back to 500, back to 100, back to 300, back to 100. It is crazy. It's crazy. It reminds me of GBTC 2 years ago, which did the exact same thing. I think ETHE keeps doing it. And if we can take advantage of some of those moves, some nice moves there. Why Uba says, on Tilray, you could have wrote 300 strike calls the day before expiration when it was trading at 215, and on its way down, the premium was $10 for the calls. That was insane. Yeah, some crazy moves in the markets, man. But I mean, it's always easy to say afterwards, right? Antonio Cortez is asking TRST, Xena, Ianthus. I love all 3. 3 future giants. All 3 of them at good prices right now. All 3 of them priced right. Love all 3. Ramdat says gold won't go under 1,400. I don't know about that. You might be right. We might see it run up to 2,000. You might be right. It depends on, how the markets go. If the markets continuously have volatility and go down, yeah, gold's going to go up. But you never know. Antonio Cortez says, so many at a discount. It's a great time to start getting in. I agree. 100% agree. Roy says, tulip mania was a period in the Dutch golden age during which contract prices for some bulbs of the recently introduced and fashionable tulip reached extraordinary highs. Yes. And that's what they're comparing Bitcoin to. Yeah, I'm aware. And, I agree with them. That's why you won't see me touching Bitcoin for 12, 13,000 a coin. It's okay. Like I said, I'll buy GBTC all day. Roy says they got to extraordinarily high levels and then dramatically collapsed in February 1637. Now, the difference is that Bitcoin isn't going to go away. Bitcoin will not go away. Cryptocurrency will not go away. You're not going to see them just disappear. That's the difference. So I think what we see happen in Bitcoin is I see it going up. I see it coming down, like the cannabis stocks. I see it going up. I see them coming down. I see them going up. I see them coming down. I see them going up. I see them coming down. There's going to be a lot of volatility. There's going to be a lot of moves. Rob Mastiff says, I made a killing on shrimp. Shrimp is dead for now until they get major infusion of cash. Yeah, that's a good idea there. I think I agree with that strategy. Ramdat says, resistance becomes support. Yeah, I mean, I could see that. It just depends on what you're talking about. Rob Massive says, ACB, AUSA, BAM connection is real. If you love ACB, you got to be watching AUSA and BAM. They are ACB's US plays. Their upcoming financials will shock and catch people off guard. Rob, did you see BAM's financials last quarter? They were terrible. They were absolutely terrible. So I hope you're right. But when I saw BAM's financials, I almost threw up. It's a fact. Look at their financials. They're just terrible. All you see is going concern, millions lost in bad investments. It's a nightmare. Go through their financials and tell me different. Rob Parsons says, hey, Rich, is there an app you use to purchase crypto that you can recommend? There's quite a few apps that you can use to purchase crypto. Robinhood is one. You caught me off guard. I got to do some research. But other than Robinhood, I'm not really off the top of my head. I can't really think of anything else right now. But I know there's tons. Scott says, CanTrust, I love what they are doing. They have everything. You know what? I really like CanTrust because now they're moving into the US. I see CanTrust going up at least 100%. At least 100%. Why Uba says the price will be determined in the market. They should be listed tomorrow, day one. You will have to just watch the quotes to see where it's trading. Yeah, well, obviously. I'm aware of that. I just thought maybe you knew the price. Yeah, CanTrust is a beast, man. CanTrust is one of the most highly recommended cannabis companies in Canada for large institutional investors. Oh, DIGAF up 46%. I used to have an account with Digitrade. Totally forgot about them. Digitrade. Wow. Digitrade up. Wow, they're at a penny now. Wow. Last year, 2 years ago, these guys were at, you won't believe it. 3 years ago, Digitrade was at $41. Now it's at a penny. What the hell? Then it was at $7 in 2016. Jesus. Now it's at a penny. It's craziness. So I'd be careful with Digitrade. It's just like any crypto stock. They all just moving on hype right now, guys. So just be careful, especially with penny stocks. Yeah, Coinbase, Gopa32. Coinbase is definitely one of the best places to start if you want to buy crypto, and you can use your credit card. If you're Canadian, if you're American, you can actually use your bank account and attach it to Coinbase. Justin says, AUSA is just so quiet. Same with Zenibus. Once the fire starts, I feel both will make people serious money. Oh, yeah, I agree with you. But AUSA is not on the same level as Zenabis, not even close. I think AUSA is years behind Zenabis. Years. You guys got to remember, Aurora Cannabis is this giant. AUSA and BAM are working with Aurora. It's true. They're going to be Aurora's American place. It's true. But you got to remember, Aurora is also working with N-Wave. They're also working with Radiant Technologies. They're working with 40 companies. So they're overwhelmed, I think. Whereas Zenabis, they just work with themselves. They don't got 40 partners to answer to. They only answer to themselves. That's why I like Zenabis. Zenabis to me is my tried and true long-term play. There's no doubt in my mind that Zenabis goes to $10 one day. And when it does, I'm going to be very happy because I have 10,000 shares. I want 25,000. So I'm kind of praying it goes lower so I can buy another 15,000 cheap. And I'm just going to hold it until it goes up to at least $10 one day. And then I'll sell and take my $250,000 and I'll be happy. And then I'll look back at all these videos where I talked about Zenabis and I'll be like, I don't want to say I told you so, but the evidence is right there. And it's funny because I called CanTrust before they exploded. I called Village Farms before they exploded. I called Aurora Cannabis when it was at $2. I called Kronos Group when it was at $2, went to 20. I called Canopy Growth at $5, went to 70. I called Afria at $2, went to 20. I mean, the list goes on and on and on. So I find it funny when people challenge me like, oh, Zenabis is trash. And who was it? A big cannabis enthusiast came out on his Twitter and said that MedMen and Zenabis were trash. I'm like, what? You're a cannabis enthusiast and you're calling MedMen, one of the top 5 largest MSOs in America, trash. And clearly they're not. And Zenabis, one of the top 5, will be one of the top 5. I think they're 12th now in revenue and quarterly sales. They will be in the top 5 in Canada for sure. For sure, probably in the top 3 behind Canopy and Aurora only in Canada. And you're calling them trash? And you're calling yourself a cannabis enthusiast? How can you call yourself a cannabis enthusiast when you're calling these giants trash? Like, come on. Seriously. Scott says, Rich, I love your channel. Thank you, Scott. I appreciate you, man. Antonio Cortez, where do you see Zenabis in 2 to 3 years? I think Zenabis in 2 years is at $10. 3 years, maybe 15. I see that. Rob Massive, amen. Justin, same with BAM, BMMJ, Sleeping Giants. I think BAM needs to really fix their financials. They have a lot of going concerns. If you read their financials, they have a lot of going concerns. They need to fix their financials until I personally will recommend them or invest in them. But they went way higher just on hype. They're really down now. So who knows? I mean, it is definitely lower than it was just recently. So there's a lot of people that are probably down on them. Maybe they're thinking to buy again. I don't know. But just looking at the financials, I was not impressed. Like only $1 million in the quarter in sales. That's nothing. Zenabis has 11 million and they're trading relatively around the same price. It doesn't impress me. Leo, what's up, Leo? Leo the Landscaper has been predicting every single license. What's the next license, Leo? Is Zenabis Langley license coming this Friday? Come on, baby. Come on, baby. Zenabis Langley, 2 million square feet of cannabis. They will be the largest facility in the world. Just give them the license, Health Canada. Just give them the license already. Jeez. Man. So Leo is saying Labs is about to go off. I own Labs. Thank you, Leo, for that. I know Leo was calling Labs for a long time. I'm a huge fan of Labs. I love extraction stocks. Labs is a giant, 22 million in quarterly sales. They've got a deal with Kronos Group to do 30 to 50 million a year in business. That's an additional 7 to 12 million a quarter that will be added to their quarterly sales. I just see Labs just growing and growing and growing. And they're also working with the Mount Sinai Hospital in New York to do CBD testing for patients. Sky's the limit for labs, man. Sky's the limit. But you know what happened with labs? They raised money, and that was the kiss of death. They were at $7. They raised money, went all the way down to 4. And I said they would go to 4. Even though I was holding it, I was saying they were going to go to 4, and they did. I called it. I mean, I didn't want to say it, but I just knew based on experience what happens with these stocks. They crater when they raise money. Antonio says, I have 1,000 shares thinking of getting more. So much greenhouse space. Oh, Zenabis. Zenabis. The largest greenhouses in the world. Well, for sure the largest in North America. I don't know about the world, but they definitely have the largest in North America. Wow. Thank you guys for the likes, man. Love you guys, man. Roy says, MedMen is the new Starbucks. Great branding. Absolutely beautiful stores. Lots of revenue. And what are they doing? The exact same thing as Canopy Growth and Aurora Cannabis. They're spending to be first. It's a spending spree. It's a race. It's a race. It's a race. It's a race to be first. Global domination. This is real. This is happening right now. So, you know, regardless of where they are today, it's about where are they going to be in 5 to 10 years. That's what everybody's focused on. Suryan Warrior Moa says, how high you think AUSA will reach? I think short term, we could see them go as high as $2. I think long term, who knows, man? $5, $10. Justin, no, you the man. Thanks, bro. Respect. Scott says, Rich, I just started watching your channel. I really like your show. Thank you, Scott. I appreciate you, man. Been doing this for 2.5 years, man. We've been calling winner after winner after winner. And I really pride myself on when the stocks are down, that's what I'm telling people to buy. And when the stocks are up, that's what I'm telling people to sell. And we've predicted a lot of winners here. And we predicted a lot of winners first. And we pride ourselves on predicting winners first. And we will continue to. And it's not just cannabis stocks. We like to call all the stocks and cryptocurrencies because I'm an entrepreneur. And I invest in stocks, I invest in cryptocurrencies, and I invest in real estate. So we're going to talk about it. You know, we're going to talk about it. Scott Norris says, Roy, I agree. Bought more MedMan just before Illinois' announcement. Glad I did. Congratulations, Scott. Smart move, buddy. Rocky Trader says, you've called a lot of winners. Keep it up, man. I appreciate it, Rocky. You know, I work hard to bring you guys good companies. I do a lot of research. A lot of due diligence. They don't all win. Unfortunately, I wish I could only bring you guys winners. I really do. Maybe one day. One day we'll get there, but I feel like we're getting better. You know, I've been watching the markets for 2.5 years every single day, and I honestly feel like I'm getting a better read on the markets for both cannabis stocks and cryptocurrencies. And I feel like the more I look at the markets every day, the better I will get. The more you look at the markets every day, the better you will get. So as a community, I feel like we're pretty powerful because I'm getting information from so many groups every day, all day, 24 hours a day. And you guys keep bringing me picks. And then I digest that information and then I regurgitate it back to the community. And it's a winning strategy. It works. Roy says, I also added MedMan. Great. I've been pushing MedMan for months, man. You guys have been watching me. I've been talking about MedMan a lot because it's a great company at a low price. That's what we look for. Thank you, Suryan Warrior. You're the winner pointer, buddy. Mad respect, man. Yes, Gopa32 says MedMen does have an Apple store-like feel and appeal. Yes, exactly. All the stores here in Vancouver, they're all just like you walk in, they stink like weed. They just look like, they don't look like a professional business. They look like a weed shop, okay? You can smell the weed outside. You can smell the weed inside. Just weed everywhere. And then you look at the MedMan store. If you didn't know it was a weed store from the outside, you'd walk in thinking it's like a clothing line or something, you know? Like, oh, this MedMan looks cool. Looks like a Walt Disney store or an Apple store. I think an Apple store is a good comparison. It's just very high end. I like it. I like the direction. Rob Parsons is saying, Health Canada's watching you like Andrew Left. Buddy, Health Canada watches me. Andrew Left watches me. Everybody's watching me, guys. You guys should know this. I've been censored harder than anybody on YouTube. When you call this many winners, you think you don't get censored? Oh, you get censored. Believe me. You get censored heavily. And you also get a lot of hate because there's a lot of guys out there that can't even bring one winning pick, let alone hundreds, let alone thousands. I mean, it is what it is, man. It is what it is. Antonio Cortez says, just started watching your channel about 2 months ago. Keep it up. You're doing a great job, buddy. We the North. Yo, mad respect. We the North. Let's go Raps. The Raptors signed Masai Ujiri. I'm a big fan of Masai. Amazing guy. Love the fact he took less money and an ownership position stake in the Wizards. He turned that down to stay with the Toronto Raptors. Like, I love him. Love him. Heart and soul kind of guy, man. This is why the Raptors are champs, man, because of him. Because of his bold moves. That Kawhi trade, game changer, man. Scott Norris says, Rich, you need to go public and we are all your workers. Have a launch party, buddy. You know it's coming. It's just a matter of time. It's not even a matter of if, it's a matter of when, bro. I'm just building my foundation, man, every day. Look at the website. Have you guys gone to richtvlive.com? That website is so much better than what it was a week ago. I was embarrassed to send people to my website. Now, I can't tell people how much I talk about the website because I'm so proud of it because it is so good. I'm not doing anything. It's just populating itself. It's using artificial intelligence. It's crazy. I feel blessed, man, to even be here in front of you guys. Brad Cronin, 48 North. I like 48 North. I think the ladies are doing a good job in that company. Canopy Growth has a position in them too. I think they have a great future. But like a lot of these stocks, once they get under $1 and they get into no man's land, it gets scary. It gets scary. So, yeah, I don't know, man. I get very worried when stocks get under $1 because they have a lot of trouble getting out. Look at Vivo. Look at Oxley. Look at HIP. The list goes on and on and on of companies that have gone under $1 and they've never come back. So that worries me about 48 North, but I love them. We're just waiting on some revenue now. Matthew Gravin says, dispensaries, they feel shady in LA, but MedMen is nice. It doesn't feel that way. And this is why I think MedMen is going to long-term outlast a lot of the competition. A lot of those sleazy, like weed stock shops are going to go out and get abolished, and the MedMens of the world are going to take over, and it's going to create a more professional image, a more professional feel, and it's going to make people feel more confident and good about walking into those shops. Here in Vancouver, when people walk into shops, they got their hat on, they got hoodies on, they're walking, like this. It's still shady, man, because here it's all black market. Nobody buys from licensed LPs in Vancouver. Nobody. Everybody buys from the black market in Vancouver. Everybody. So this is why I don't see how any company that just does business in Canada will exist. I don't see how they can compete. Scott, you're on the island. Do you agree with me? It's all private, right? The phone always rings when I'm live. Okay. Shout out to Ill Kid. What's up, Ill Kid? I'm gonna have to run pretty soon because the phone's blowing up. Brad bought 48. Scott says Brad bought 48 North, but wished I waited. Like Rich says, the stocks over $1 seem to run better. Yeah, and I just want to share this knowledge with you guys so you don't get stuck. Because I've been there. I've been there getting stuck in these stocks, man. It sucks. And I don't want you guys to lose. I don't want to lose. So I just want to share my knowledge so that you guys win. So we just win no matter what. Suryan Warrior Moa says, Pharmacello, what's your opinion? I feel will be one to keep an eye on. I like them. I like them a lot. I think that they've been going down. I see huge upside for them. I think that that's a very good pick. And you're smart to be looking at them. And if you can pick them up around a 52-week low, you're going to win big. I don't see any reason why Pharmacello doesn't go back over $10 in Canada. Antonio says Maple Leafs are next. Yeah, you know, they got to sign Mitch Marner, though. You know, if he pulls a William Nylander and doesn't play half the season, they got no shot. No shot. Gopa32 says, bigger, bolder, better. Rich TV Live's motto. Yeah, bro. Mad respect, man. That's what it is, man. So thank you guys. Scott, thank you. Love you guys. I appreciate you guys. Have a great day. Cryptos are hot. Cannabis is probably more of a buying range. And I believe we will see a resurrection coming. And I predicted probably like last year, mid to end of July. Between mid to end of July to middle of October, we have a resurrection leading into edibles legalization. It seems like the cannabis stocks just need a reason, a catalyst to run. And that's a pretty good reason. It's legalization 2.0. Yeah, man. Matthew Graven says, Grayscale Bitcoin Trust GBTC killing it right now. Absolutely. It's my number 1 pick for July 2019. It was my number 7 pick for June 2019, and they haven't disappointed. They have been absolute giant. If Bitcoin continues to run, GBTC will continue to run. If Bitcoin goes down, GBTC will go down. So stay tuned. Keep your eye on the prize. If you're not winning, you're probably not watching. This is your boy Rich from Rich TV Live. We out. Peace. Hey, remember, we're strictly for education, entertainment purposes. Always do your due diligence. Always do your research before you invest in anything that we talk about here on Rich TV Live. Invest in the best because you deserve it, and the best is blessed. It's true. I'm out. Peace. Thanks for the likes, guys. Go to richtvlive.com. Take a look at all the stocks there. On top of the stock, we got 12 buttons of due diligence for you to make good decisions so you make money. If there's anything else you think I can do to make the site better, make it improve it, please let me know. I'll do my best. Okay, guys. Thank you.